We are going to be making our own water filter. We've been talking about the water cycle and how we get water into our water fountains, into our sinks. Before we get started, I need you to, at least one person at every group needs to have their science notebook out. We're going to be working in groups today, so we need one person to be the recorder. Can you take a second amongst yourselves, decide who's going to be the recorder, and when your group has a recorder, thumbs in the air. I need thumbs up from everybody when your group has a recorder. Super. Okay, looks like we're all set. Okay, before we begin, I just want to remind you, since we'll be working in groups and we'll be moving around, we've got a lot of materials that we need to be very careful with this morning. Nothing is dangerous, but it could make a big mess if you're not remembering to be respectful of our classroom and your things. So for our classroom contract, we all agreed at the beginning of the year that we would be respectful of our teachers, our peers, and our materials. We will try our best, and as you can see, the B and the E are up there, the S and the T have fallen on the floor, but we've talked about this many, many times. You know what best means, and I'll pull that up in just a second so that we can have a reminder. Being your best means that you're in control of your body. That's what B is for. E is for everybody is engaged. S is for using smart strategies. If you're having trouble focusing, think about what's going on around you. If you need to move yourself to a quieter spot, if you need to be sitting down, standing up, whatever works best for you to do your best work. And T is for trying again if you're having trouble, and if you're really getting frustrated, take a two-minute break. We all know that we try our best in our classroom. We'll take responsibility for our actions and our words, and we will make our classroom a safe place. And that's a safe place for learning, for being a safe place that we want to come to every day. The classroom expectations are that we will use our working voices when we're in our when we're working today in our science groups. We will do our best. As you can see, those are the things that BEST stands for. Our objectives for our lesson today will be that students will create their own water filtration system to model the natural filtration process for groundwater. Students will observe how adding more layers of natural filters makes a more effective system. Students will compare their first and second water filtration systems and make observations about more and less effective filtering materials. Students will make connections from their model to processes in their community that use rainwater and other collection methods to conserve fresh water. I have some key vocabulary. Everybody should have these keywords in their science journals already. So I'm going to take a look at them really quickly. You're going to use these in just a minute for a challenge problem, so make sure that you're familiar with those words. Just a second to read through those. Thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Okay, great. Here are the next ones that you'll need. Yeah, thumbs up when you're ready to move on. Okay, this is good. All right, here is your warm-up. I need you to use at least 7 of the following words in a paragraph. And you're going to do this in your group, so you can help each other out with this. To explain how you think that the water in our water fountain in the hall got to the water fountain. How did it get there? We've been talking about the water cycle, so you should be able to use your knowledge of that and also your knowledge of how the water gets cleaned and ready to be in the water fountain. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write your paragraph using 7 of those words.
So water evaporates first.
So what? Sure.
I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom.
Hold on, just a second.
Where it becomes rain.
And go to the bathroom.
That's not how. That's not how. Please come back and try again. Your seat is right here. You need to come back to your seat. We have procedures for how we ask to go to the bathroom. You know that. All right, guys. You have about 1 more minute to wrap up. You need to come back to your seat. No, that's not how it works. You need to go back to your seat. You may get the bathroom pass, and then you may go to the bathroom.
The rain goes into the well.
Excuse me. You are interrupting our class. You know what the procedures are. What do you need?
Can I go to the bathroom?
You may go to the restroom. Take the bathroom pass, and you're right back. Okay. Thumbs up if you're ready. You asked to go to the bathroom. You need to go to the restroom and come right back. No, this is not happening. You may go to the restroom or you may have a seat.
I don't think I need to go anymore.
Great, have a seat. Let's see. April, could you share your group's paragraph with me?
The rain falls and evaporates into the clouds. It gets cold and snow comes out of the clouds. The snow melts and goes into the ground through lots of layers. The water goes into the well through the pipes and to the fountain.
Super. Great. Could you share me your groups?
Do I have a group?
You do. Your group's right there. Eric, could you share your paper with her so that she can read it for us?
I don't think I want to read.
Well,
We were short, I remember, so we didn't come up with much, but we had a water evaporates first into rain, and the rain goes into the well, where it is purified by a filter.
I think maybe I need to go to the bathroom.
okay, I think I'm going to call the office, or you can take care of your bathroom problem, and you can come back to your seat. You have a choice. Okay, can you share the last group?
Sure. Rain and snow fall from the clouds in the process of gravity. It collects in the water table through sand and dirt and is filtered into well water.
All right, it sounds like you guys have a good hold on things. Friends, I forgot to share with you this morning that if we can use our materials properly in this project, there's a lot of things going on. Got a lot of materials up here. If we can use them properly, I have made a rack that I would like to share with you, but only if we do our very best work. Okay, so I need everybody doing their best, being in control of their bodies, being engaged, using smart strategies, and trying again or taking a break if that's what you need. We're going to start our filter process. I am going to put the instructions up here. I'm going to give you a second to read them, and then if during the process of our experiment you're having trouble remembering, you can just look up here. I'm going to leave this up here the entire time. Okay, so take a second to read what our procedures are for our experiment this morning. Okay, Katie, could you come up and get 1 cup and 1 tin? There's lots of things balanced on top of the tin. You may come up and get one for your group as well.
I want to go to the bathroom.
No, have a seat, or I'll call the office. Your choice.
Can I help you?
No, it's okay. April, could you come up and get yours for your table?
April, maybe I'll help you, okay?
No, you are not. You need to help your group. You two may both go get your materials and go back to your spot.
I don't know if I have a spot.
You do have a spot. You know where your spot is. All of your friends know where your spot is. If you cannot remember, I will call the office. This is your absolute last warning. All right, I'm calling you.
Okay, I'll go sit down.
You've lost your chance. Eric, would you mind getting the materials for your group? Thank you. Okay, if you take a look at the picture up here, you'll notice that you probably, looking at your table, you probably have all of your materials, but you're missing one thing. Can anybody think of what you're missing? Yeah, you're showing me? Yeah, you're missing another container. So everybody needs a container, but you have one container that doesn't have anything in it because it has holes in the bottom. This is what you're going to fill. This is the top container. You're going to fill your top container in this first time when you're testing your hypothesis for what works as an effective filter. This is the container that goes in the top. You're going to put your filter paper down in the bottom and make your layers. Okay? You don't have to use the filter paper. That is one of the materials you can use, but if you're going to use the filter paper, it should go on the bottom. Okay? So, yes,
What's this?
that is the filter.
It is? Okay.
So that can help when the water's dripping down, and that can help point the water into the bottom container so it doesn't spill all over the table.
What should our hypothesis be?
Your hypothesis is, if you look in the first paragraph there, it's what you will expect will make an effective filter.
Okay, so we get to choose whether it's sand or
Right.
sand, and so we're just gonna do one at a time and then see which one works best, or?
You could do one at a time, but for the first time you're testing your hypothesis, you can use no more than 3 different materials.
Okay.
Thumbs up if everybody understands what you're doing for your first. Super.
Yeah.
Don't actually do it.